Welcome to the tutorial RMQ Titan Advanced Indicator Basics. The RMQ Titan Advanced Indicator is a 2-inch TFT display designed to provide clear and concise visual feedback on machine status, operational processes, and workflow progress. It offers extensive customization options, allowing users to create up to 24 customized display pages. The following technical requirements are necessary to set up the advanced indicator. An advanced indicator module, a USB-C cable for data transmission, the PC Software Advanced Indicator Configurator Larger version 1.00. The software can be downloaded free of charge from the Eaton homepage. The following example shows a basic setup of the device in standalone mode, that is, only via the PC power supply. This feature makes it possible to set up the advanced indicator flexibly from your desk. If the advanced indicator is in the factory state, the device not configured screen is displayed the first time it is started. To create an initial project, the advanced indicator configurator software is started. The language can first be adjusted in the settings at the top right. English, German, Polish, and Italian are available for selection. With version 1.01, there are added Spanish, Portuguese, Hungarian, Romanian, Turkish, French, and Czech. The license information can be viewed via the info symbol. The question mark leads to the tool's online help. In the main window, you can select from the configurations that have already been imported or create new configurations. The Device to PC button can be used to read the configuration from a connected device. If an existing configuration is to be imported from the local PC directory, this can be initiated with the Import from File button. The Explorer opens to select the file. The configuration files are JSON format files. They can be recognized by the file extension .json. If an advanced indicator is already connected to the PC, various device information can be called up with device info. This can be important for documenting the version status, for example. The option to update the firmware and load the factory settings is also hidden here. The current firmware files are available at www.eaton.com/advanced indicator in the Downloads or Resources tab. If you now select an existing configuration, the grayed out buttons at the top right become active. The print symbol creates a quick configuration overview in tabular form. With PC to device, the selected configuration can be loaded into the connected advanced indicator. The two other buttons can be used to duplicate or delete configurations. Let us now create an initial configuration in the Advanced Indicator Configurator as an example. To do this, click on the Add New Configuration button. The device setup appears. Here you can first assign a name to the configuration. The device version must then be selected. Here in the example, M22AI8Y with 6 digital and 2 configurable inputs. The configurable inputs are inputs 7 and 8, which can also be configured as digital inputs or as analog inputs with a 010V, 0 to 20 mA or 4 to 20 mA signal. If one of the inputs is configured as an analog input, a further menu item opens. The scaling can be set here. In the next step, the installation position is selected in order to align the display on the advanced indicator accordingly. With the brightness setting, the display brightness can be set in a range from 10% to 100%. The Start Screen menu item allows you to replace the default Eaton logo with your own graphic. This is then displayed when the advanced indicator boots up. The two menu items, Counter and Set Password, are extended functions of the advanced indicator and are not covered in this basic video. The next button can be used to switch to the dashboard view. You are then asked whether the configuration should be continued without a password. This is confirmed here in the example with Confirm. The dashboard view is structured in such a way that a preview of the advanced indicator is always visible on the left-hand side. A simulation can be started here by selecting Run Simulation. Corresponding input signals can be simulated via the terminal simulation. A page of the advanced indicator can be created with Add Page. The selection of the screen layout opens on the left. Depending on the previous configuration, various layouts are predefined here. It is not possible to create your own layouts. The detailed settings for the page are made on the right-hand side. A page name must be defined. As the status of a fan is to be displayed in the example, the page name Fan On is used. The background colors white, green, red, yellow, and blue are available for selection. Green is selected here as an example. Next, any text can be added. Please note the maximum character length in the display. The text can be in normal or bold. The color can also be selected between black and the familiar background colors. The font size can be fixed between small, medium, and large. As the fan status is to be displayed in this example, the text Fan State is set. You can choose from a variety of standard labels for the graphic. In the example, a fan icon is selected. The size of the graphic can be selected between small and large. You can also add your own graphics in JPG or PNG format. A format of 4, 3 or 320, SX240 must be set here for a filling display. The next step is to specify how the input signals must be configured for the configured page to appear. The tick symbol at I1 shows that this mask is called up when a high signal is sent to I1. A priority between 1 and 3 is also assigned. The meaning of this is explained in another video. The editing of the page can be completed via Save and Close. The overview appears again in the dashboard. The currently configured screen is now displayed here. If the simulation is started on the left, the mask can be tested directly in the software. In order to see a page when there is no signal at I1, another page is generated below that reacts to a low level at I1 and thus shows the off status of the fan. If you then start the simulation, the fan off page is displayed if there is no signal at I1. If a signal is now applied to I1, the display changes to the fan on page. Save and close again to return to the start interface of the configurator. Finally, the created configuration is loaded onto the connected advanced indicator. Confirm with OK. We have now created and successfully transferred the first project. Further instructions and a detailed example, for example on the use of analog inputs or counters, will follow in the next video. Thank you for your attention.